Hey, welcome back to Snapball Games. My name is Max, and we're here with another Pauper League, and I am going to be playing this Tier 0, absolutely cracked, mono blue ninja list. 8 ninja blue is what I'm calling it. But this is just a continuation of mono blue Delver, mono blue Fae, whatever you want to call it, but now with the new card from Kamigawa Neon Dynasty, Moon Circuit Hacker. Now we're just playing 8 ninjas. I'll get into this deck tech and then we'll get into a league. But first, real quick, gonna shout out my channel. It's youtube.com/snapbolt. Go to the channel, check it out. Follow me there. That's the best way to support me. You can also ring the bell to know when the new videos come out. I'm gonna be making more videos as of late. So yeah, go check out the channel. Follow me there. It's the best way to support me. I'm recording live right now on Twitch, twitch.tv/snapboltgames. So come hang out live, and it's a lot of fun. Okay, now let's get into this deck tech. Like I said, this is 8 Ninja Blue, 4 Moon Circuit Hacker, the new card, 4 Ninja of the Deep Hours. I'm going to get into some card choices, and there's a couple things I wanted to say about the deck. So, I think with 8 ninjas now, first of all, I think this deck is actually tier 1, like tier 0. I think it is really one of the best decks. The thing is, people know about it, and everybody is kind of gunning for this deck. So expect to see a lot of mono black, a lot of Boros Bully, that sort of thing. So people are going to be very well prepared with Fire Ice, Electrickery, Suffocating Fumes, just a bunch of flyers, decks that they think have good matchups against this deck, lots of Pyroblasts. That being said, I still think it can compete just because the deck is so consistent. You're mono-colored, you get to play all the busted cantrips, just the fact that you have 8 ninjas, and the way I build the deck, we're almost always going to have turn 2 ninja because we have 12 1-drops and 8 ninjas. So most of the time, I think we're going to have turn 2 ninja. I just wanted to talk a little bit about Delver of Secrets in this deck because most people have been cutting it. I'm playing it as, the extra 1-drops other than Miscreant and Fairy Seer in order to have more ways to ninjutsu early. Not only that, just flipping into a 3/2 flyer actually gets pretty big, but you'll notice we don't actually have that many spells. We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 19 spells, but Mono Blue in general has played a really low spell count for Delver, but you have Fairy Seer, which scries, you have Ponder to set it up, so you have multiple ways to set up a Delver flip, and you have to be really conscious of that when you're playing. But that being the case, even though that's the case, it doesn't necessarily always go turn 1 Delver blind flip. It still happens sometimes, and you still can set up the flips pretty easily. Also, most of the time, you're just putting so much stuff into play with this deck, you don't mind waiting a couple turns for this to flip, and then you just kill them. So I think Delver is good. That being said, the way the deck is built now, you have even more 1 toughness creatures. You're more susceptible. You don't have things like Spire Golem main. So I've been playing with this deck a little bit. I'm actually 1 game into a league. We're 1 game up. So we're going to start in match 2 with being 1-0 in the league. But in other leagues I played with this deck, somebody just played a Scattershot Archer against me. And I was like, I can't win. There's basically no way I can win. So this deck is pretty susceptible, but it is a really good tempo-based build of the deck. I'm not sure about Of One Mind if you actually even need it yet. I'm not sure about Delver. I think cantrips are really good. I would like to play 4 Ponder. At that point, you'd have to cut either Delver or Of One Mind, or something like that. But let's just get into the sideboard, then we'll get into the league. 2 Echoing Truth. This is really good against, Boros Bully type stuff, making a bunch of tokens, or just when you need to bounce a random permanent, like a hate card. 3 Hydros, 2 Dispels, 1 Curfew is pretty nice to have access to. 2 Annuls, because Affinity is still a thing. 3 Gut Shots, kind of for the mirror or other Fey decks. And 2 Spire Golems, that's also good just whenever you want it. Sometimes I like Spire Golem against decks that have a hard time killing it, like Burn. So I do like Spire Golem in situations like that. And then only 17 islands because we are a very lean version of Mono Blue. We don't need to go to 18 or 19 or even 20 islands. Playing more cantrips, less lands, and a lot of 1-drops. So without further ado, let's just get right into round 1. Actually, it's going to be round 2 because again, I'm 1-0 in the league. We actually played against, let's see here, who was it? we played against, oh yeah, Sweet, and Sweet was playing Blue White Fams, and we had a great match. It was so close. Um, so I'm bummed I didn't get to show that one off, but at least we're 1-0 in the league here. It was really close. So this match counter is probably going to be off. It's probably only going to count the matches that I'm playing right now. So it thinks we're 0-0 in the league, but we're actually, 1-0 right now. All right, let's keep this kind of sketchy hand. Let's see what we're up against. I think the new Boros like Metalcraft and or just like Boros value decks are obviously really good. They're pretty good in this matchup. Let's go Delver. If we draw land and don't flip, then that's fine. If we flip it, then that's great. Looks like we might be up against Red White Affinity or the Boros Metalcraft deck that was just mentioned in chat. It's an island, so for not flipping, that's a good one to not flip on. I'm just going to attack for 1 and pass. Leave up Snap and Counterspell and Spellstutter Sprite here. If they play like a Synthesizer, I want to just Spellstutter it. And if they play something else good, like a Core Skyfisher, I'll probably just Counterspell it. So we'll see what they do. Also, shout out, these lands are just so cool. But yeah, I've thought about a Boros Affinity deck as well. Just play like, you could even play like Lightning Bolt. You can play the 3 mana Boros card where you have to sack a permanent. It deals 4, you gain 4. You can play Glinthawk, you can play Core Skyfisher, Synthesizer. I still think it's worse than Red Black Affinity, but it does seem pretty decent. Yep, perfect. So counter that. Hope if we draw another land, it's actually pretty good. Just going Miscreant, leave out Spellstutter for 2. All right, looks like it's just Boros Monarch that we're up against. It's a ninja. I think I'm going to get a little bit quote-unquote greedy and ponder to try to find a land and then ninja off this Delver. Nice, we hit. So unfortunately, we won't be flipping. I mean, we might be flipping actually like in the future because we can just draw island right now, play island, ninja, next turn, maybe even just go like Delver, Delver, Fairy. Or maybe just leave out Spellstutter, not sure yet, but I'm going to keep this land for sure. Because we get to draw the second card right now. Draw the Delver. And then we have Spellstutter on top of our library. And we can just play a bunch of stuff next turn potentially. Having these snaps is pretty nice. Okay, there's Skyfisher. Probably, even though they get value, might just snap that. We'll see. It also slows them down a lot. I think another good option is just play Miscreant, pass with Spellstutter up. Otherwise, I could play triple 1-drop here. Might be decent. I just get so much pressure down, and then I can start snapping and stuff. I'm going to do that. Could get like Electric Read here or something, but... Yep, 8 ninjas, let's go. Like, I did want to try to Spellstutter that, but I think this is just better. Ooh, do they have an untapped land? They do. Okay, so they're kind of doing their Boros thing, but we're still in a reasonable spot here. If we flip these, then that's just pretty nuts. Nice. Perfect time to flip, huh? So I can lead on Preordain, Snap, and Ponder. I think I can just bottom both of these. I don't want to risk having to play the Ponder right now and not drawing a land. I know they get value out of this Skyfisher, but we can also try to counter it. Nightbot Ruthless there. Sorry if you're just posting something normal, but my Nightbot is Cutthroat. Ooh, Munitions. All right, well, let's hope they don't have another removal spell. Nice. That's huge. Because now we can just snap this core Skyfisher again. Sure, they can like bounce synthesizer, maybe even replay it, but oh, they hit bolt. It's pretty good. And they have a Radiant Fountain to go to 12. Okay. Fairy Seer. So I think I'm going to go snap this. Play Fairy Seer. Attack with everything. Let's go bottom, top. Deck's kind of playing itself at this point after we flip the Delvers. I'm going to just try to counter the core Skyfisher here. I'll let Synthesizer resolve. Garrison is fine. Let's counter this. F6, and then we have a Preordain and a bunch of flying power. We actually have lethal here if they don't have another flying blocker or another removal spell. I guess they could crack this, so we're going to have to survive. Okay, they draw. Play Boros, Garrison, bounce Fountain. They're still in trouble, though. And another Inspector, maybe? Definitely cool deck from the opponent. It's funny that somebody in chat was like, what do you think of the Boros Metalcraft deck? And then we're playing against it. Wow. Moon Circuit Hacker and another Ninja. I think I don't need this Delver. I'd rather draw a random card. Because if I just draw a Counterspell or something, it's over. I mean, we still get to return Spellsetter here. Wait. Oh, they're dead. They left themselves dead on board because they didn't leave up mana. Okay, well. I mean, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They're at 7. I'll just kill them. They just made a mistake there. It looks like we just were able to tempo them out barely. All right. We might even want a null in this matchup. I think we do. Dispel is also pretty reasonable. Echoing Truth, we can bounce all their goblins. Snap is overall not that great. Don't think we want Gut Shot. And Hydroblast is reasonable as well. Yeah, yeah, good point. They have munitions and synthesizer. It used to not be that good in the matchup because they would only have like Bolt and Pyroblast, but now they do have a lot more. This is a ton of cards. Could also bring these in over like the snaps. I don't necessarily need such crazy tempo. I'm gonna definitely have to cut cantrips and maybe like all the fairy miscreants. Can do something like this. Can even cut the snap and just go like really light on removal. And just try to like tempo them out. I think I do want Delver over Miscreant. Could also just side out all 4 Fairy Seers and not the Miscreants. They just have a lot of removal too. These get harder to like actually trigger. I think I'm fine with this. Can just get ultra greedy and side out like a Preordain. Or like maybe one Ninja. I like this. Because they could also bring in stuff like Electrickery. Now we have like actually a lot of good hate here. Oh, Mega Kirby. Hey, thanks for the sub. Alright, let's do this. Kind of an interesting sideboard plan, but I think it's going to end up being good. Marty B doesn't want 7 ninjas. Hey, you got to do what you got to do. We still have 8 ninjas in the 75. Let me try to fix this green screen a little bit. It always varies depending on the light. What I should have. Oh, it's a little bit better. All right. I mean, snap keeping this. Opponent snap kept as well. Even though they can just kill or deal with this Delver, I'm just going to play it. If for some reason they don't deal with it, then I might get to ninja. Oh, munitions. Okay, well, I couldn't have countered that. I will just ninja here unless I flip. So they'd have to go like 1-drop artifact, sack a land to deal with the ninja with munitions. We're going to need to find a hydro for this. We have 3 of them though. Okay, so they synthesizer into Red Blast, but they can't cast it right now. That's one downside of this card. It is really powerful, but if you don't hit perfects, you just miss. Sometimes you don't get the value. I mean, the way that they're pausing makes me think they do not have a red source. Core Skyfisher, Balance Synthesizer, don't get to play Lightning Bolt. Whew! There's Echoing Truth too, wow. So I have some good options here. Because I can just be safe, kind of, and go Echoing Truth on the munitions right now. Oh, I thought... No, I can't. I thought I had a null for some reason. So then that being the case, I can just go Fairy Seer and then leave up Spell Stutter Sprite. I think that's the line. I think Echoing Truthing the munitions right now is bad. Let's bottom these. All right, let's pass. Sure, they can sack a permanent to deal with the Fairy Seer, but then that's still just a fine. That's still just a fine trade for us. I think I just counter this with Spell Stutter. They don't have red mana right now, so they're gonna munitions away both their lands to kill both my fairies to let their synthesizer resolve. I'm really fine with this. They're sacking both their lands? Holy crap. I'm fine with that trade. Bolt, but they can't cast it? Oh, they had a garrison, which is why they made the play, but they've just missed on synthesizer every time. Another Echoing Truth. So I can Echoing Truth the munition, or I can Echoing Truth the Skyfisher, and then attack, draw card. I think I like that. Let's do it. I know they get value out of their synthesizer, but I get value out of hitting for 2 damage and drawing. I think I just played Delver as well. And then they're just gonna go munition sack, kill the Delver. All right, I'll just wait. Core Skyfisher. So now I can. What if I Echoing Truth the synthesizer right now? They have to return munitions or garrison. Seems like pretty good value to me. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Ticklebush. Exactly. You and I had the same thought. So they did hit a tap land, but now they need to bounce munitions. And then this puts them pretty far behind. Now they just go bridge pass. Preordain. Let's play that. Bottom. Top. Don't really just want to play these Delvers into a munitions, but they'd have to sack another land or the Skyfisher. I think I just play both Delvers. We can't up one mine for 1 mana quite yet. So now they can just either play synthesizer or munitions. Either way is kind of clunky. Okay. So now they're gonna, I guess they can sack their Ancient Den to kill a Delver. Eventually we can find Hydro for this. They're gonna let us flip a Delver here, potentially. Seems bad. They're letting it trigger Resolve? No, they're not. They're just killing both of them on upkeep. Or maybe just one of them. So we're drawing Island, which is probably our worst draw. They're just sacking so many lands to deal with our board. There's Hydro. Okay, nice. So I probably just Hydro right now. Another option is to Hydro the Synthesizer, but I think killing munitions is where I want to be. I could also just wait because they're going to have to use their mana on their turn. Can also just play Up One Mind right now. I think that's probably the worst option. I'm just thinking if I kill munitions and they just play another one, it's kind of annoying. Playing the Up One Mind here is tempting. Because I can't really get value out of this right now. Alright. If they have another munitions, then so be it. It's also kind of bold of them if they just play like a munitions into nothing. Yarkos, what's up? Alright, Synthesizer resolves. They hit Galblast, but they cannot cast it right now, and we could have countered it. Or Skyfisher bounce Synthesizer. They're still kind of doing it. We're still like not in a great position. Okay, nice. So now I can... Do I even want a Fairies here? Because they're going to Synthesizer, and I'm going to try to Spell Stutter that. I could Hydroblast the Synthesizer, but I still can't leave Spell Stutter for 2 up. Why don't I go Fairy Seer, and then if they Synthesizer, I'll still Hydro it? Bottom, top. And then I still have Dispel up, and then I'll still have Spell Stutter to counter any spell, because this only counters red spells. So countering the Synthesizer with the Hydro seems good to me. Counter it. I definitely underrated Synthesizer during my review of the top 5 commons. It is better than I expected. Another Garrison. Okay, so they are continuing to hit land drops. We're still in a reasonable spot here, though. We gotta try to continue to out-card advantage them. Just Spell Stutter this. Counterspell this. Perfect. And they crack Clue now. To use their mana. Nice. 1 mana, draw 2. Starting to flounder a bit here. I think I actually need this, even though it's pretty bad. These core Skyfishers really crush us. I mean, we have to win this game somehow. Like, their flyers are just bigger than ours. Like, what are we really hoping to draw? Man, we're in trouble. They're just getting too much value here. This matchup is tough. They have multiple munitions main. They were able to get a Skyfisher down to stop our Ninja. Like, we need to get some card advantage going from Ninja hits. They must have just had a lot of lands when they sacked their lands early. Like, what are we really hoping for there? maybe like another Up One Mind or a Spire Golem, but we don't have anything that's even that good, so kind of rough. Probably just, oh, I thought they were going to crack Clue, but Wellspring. Yeah, this matchup is kind of tough. Like I said, expect a lot of decks that are going to have good matchups against you playing this blue deck, but that being said, we can still win. Just not super easy. Attacking with Glinthawk. Wonder if I just trade 2 Fairy Seers for this. I need to start trading for stuff. If they try to play a Lightning Bolt, I'll just counter it. Looks like a bad deal for me, but I think it's actually good. Okay. They have a 3rd munitions. It's just bad news for the matchup in general. They're just way ahead on cards because we've only drawn like 2 cards off ninjas this entire game. That's a pretty aggressive attack. Because if I flip these, I can just attack with both. Nice. One of the best hits. Spire Golem and Snap. I feel like Snap is not good enough here because I don't want to snap like any of their creatures basically. Don't really want to snap my spell set either, so I'm just gonna bottom the Snap, top the Spire Golem, hit with these, trade for a Skyfisher, and then play a Spire Golem. Okay. They can also just like crack Synthesizer at any point for another card. So they just have so much card advantage. Yeah, we're in trouble. Just feel this game kind of slipping away here. I don't even know if we counter this. Well, we counter a Galablast, not the Electricity. Arvona. Anything new other than the Synthesizer? I don't think so, but it kind of just brought back this Boros Monarch archetype by itself, so that's a lot new. Again, we're definitely losing this game. 4 Boros Garrisons, huh? Opponent's build looks pretty solid, honestly. What? Oh, because they want to Electricity. I see. So we can't block. I guess we should have blocked with Spell Setter there because they're gonna play this. That was a mistake. Again, I think we're pretty much dead no matter what. These are good draws. They're gonna block here and double block here. Don't think these ninjas are good enough right now. They're just gonna block. Then I suppose I just play Ninja. We've already used both Echoing Truths as well. Echoing Truth also isn't as good against this build as it is against Boros Bully. Yeah, their value engine's really good. It's not decent, it's like actually pretty incredible. I was thinking about playing this deck today too, which we could always do later. This card's really good. I just have no way to. I've used all my Hovland mines, I think. So I have really no way to get more card advantage now. So without being able to hit with ninjas, it's just too much. They can also just make a 2/2 off Synthesizer, which is relevant too. I think I'm just gonna I think I'm just gonna save time and just go to the next one. We're behind on time. Not that time is really relevant here, but I just don't see any possible way we win this game. We're just too far behind on board. Yeah, not evoking today. Yeah, just the fact that Thraben trades with this is kind of annoying. We can easily out-tempo them, especially on the play. I wonder if I want to bring Miscreant back in. Hey, thanks, Nerdy Steve. To try to just make sure to like turn 2 Ninja in this matchup that is pretty massive. Should we do the Ultra Greed? Just go no cantrips? Snap seems pretty terrible. All their creatures just get such incredible value. We can just try to wait and then build up a board in Echoing Truth, or just tempo them out with counter spells, I think is our best option. It's so weird to set out all the cantrips, but I think I just need to curve out in this matchup. Having more fairies helps for fairies here too, or not for fairies here, for spell stutter sprite. That's what I meant to say. So let's go game 3 here. All right, game 3 against Boros Monarch. Oh man, I'm gonna keep, but this hand is not where we want to be. I just don't really want to mulligan this hand. I mean, we have cantrip into multiple counter spells and an up one mind, so it's likely that I can start countering a lot of their key plays here. Maybe we can find a way to set up some card advantage. A Miscreant and a Spire Golem. I don't think I can take Spire Golem this early. Or I can take the Spire Golem and bottom the Miscreant. I actually like that better. I like this. That's kind of a tough decision there as well. The one preordain. It's pretty funny. A null. A null is actually a really good draw. If they play basically any artifact, I'm probably gonna null it. They're just not playing anything. Okay. Just pass the turn here. Definitely not slamming an of one mind into a potential pyro. Just gonna try to play mono blue control here. Is this an Ichor? Just annul that. Garrison. Garrison does seem decent. Land is great. Land is fantastic. I think I play Spire Golem. Slightly risky, but I think it's worth it to get it down here. I still have Counterspell up, so... Ooh, were they about to Gallblast this? Synthesizer. I kind of want a Hydro. They can have Pyro backup, but that makes them tap mana on their turn. I think it's worth it here. Especially when they're playing Synthesizer, it makes them more likely to miss now. Gallblast, nice. Only 2 artifacts as well. Nice. Okay. They missed on this. I think I'm just going to leave up double Counterspell. I think it's not worth it to play Miscreant yet. Definitely might need to counter 2 spells this turn and then reload. Synthesizer is so good, actually. Maybe I should have let this resolve and tried to counter like a Core Skyfisher or something. We have 2 cards left. Spell Stutter Sprite, nice. So we're kind of we're trying to do the tempo thing here. We're kind of doing it. We'll spell stutter like a lot of relevant spells if we can. Oh, they're cracking synthesizer for Glinthawk. Well, we can spell stutter that. So that's good. And now that they had to crack synthesizer, they're probably out of gas. They don't have this to bounce right now, which is good too. Okay, 2 cards in hand, and it seems like they didn't have much. Gonna take one, just start attacking in the air. Divination's still fine. Nice, that was such good draws. Wow. Now I'm feeling favored here with them only having 2 cards. Jeez, divination into double spell setter. People are just playing Ancestral Recall and Pauper, and I'm just playing divination. Pretty funny. Ooh, nice. Lightning Bolt that. Let's go spell setter that. And then also Moon Circuit back this, which is pretty nuts. 1 mana ninjutsu broken. Whoops, I said I misclicked. I misclicked. Oh man, that was painful. I used the hotkeys for yes and no, and I tried to press 3 for yes, and I pressed 4. Brutal. We're still looking to be in a good spot. I'll just trade here. It's fine. And then we still have double counter up with them having 1 card in hand. So still feeling really favored here, but misclicks never feel good. Wow, they didn't scry and they didn't crack to gain life. So that's a massive, massive mistake from my opponent, but I think we probably have them anyway. We just were able to control the game in tempo enough here. Because they can go to 6. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 0 cards, so just that's lethal. Opponent also slightly misplayed game 1, but I think we would have had them. I misclicked game 3 here, but luckily didn't get punished. Won't let me draw a card. So even though these decks have a good matchup against you, you can still win because this deck is just so powerful. All right, let's go round 3. All right, welcome to round 3. We're 2-0 with mono or 8 ninja blue, mono blue 8 ninja. Would you like to play first? Yes. You know what? I keep hands like this a lot, and I'm just gonna mulligan. We have no creature pressure. We have no ninja. Yeah, we have lands and cantrips, but we have 2 snaps. I just think we can do better than this. I think our deck is so powerful that we should just mulligan a hand like that. I can just put back 1 Fairy Seer. And then I'm going to just lead Delver, try for the blind flip, and then probably play some fairies on 2. Opponent mulligans to 6. We're against Ulka. Some people were even playing Gut Shot main because they were so scared of this deck, but sure, that's decent in this matchup or against this deck, but I just think it's dead in too many matchups. Land is not ideal. Start on Fairies here. Also, Alpine Meadow, very interesting. Not sure what that means. Okay, this is also very interesting because I can flip the Delver next turn, but I think what I want to do is put top. I don't get to draw right now, but then just play Fairy Miscreant. Next turn, draw Delver. Oh, but then I can't play Preordain. All right, maybe I'll just bottom the Delver then. Against Alpine Meadow. Just gonna bottom Delver. Whip this Delver next turn. Go 1 drop, double 1 drop. And then next turn we can draw a counter spell, play Preordain, leave up counter, attack for 5. I don't know what we're up against. It could be Naya. It could be Boros. Did I just call it? Yeah, it's Naya aggro. Alright, well, this should be a good matchup. Just because I don't think their mana can be consistent enough to like keep up with us in general. Like we have so much power in the air here. Wow, that is the way we lose. Okay, land was on top. So our best draws right now are like any ninja of one mind, spell stutter spray. Most of our deck, I guess. Do love me a Kerdave. I like the other art, I gotta say, but it's no Wild Nikotl. I had a pretty sick Wild Nikotl deck that I 5-0'd with a while back. So this is a 3-4, and they have to bounce the Kerdave. I'm just going to let this resolve because I can just erase this, and bouncing Kerdave doesn't actually give them value here. Okay, nice. That's huge. So I guess I'm bouncing fairies here at this point. We get to probably only just get one hit with this in, but that's pretty huge still because we get to draw a card, hit for 1 extra damage, and get another Scry 2 out of it. So it's just for 1 mana. I mean, I guess we have to replay this, but for 2 mana, getting draw a card, 1 extra damage, Scry 2 is a lot of stuff. Preordain, nice. Ninja of the Deep Hours, Ponder. I actually don't think I need Ponder. I just don't know if I have time for that, but I'll definitely take a Ninja of the Deep Hours. Then if they Curdape, just definitely letting that resolve. And then we'll just Ninja of the Deep Hours them next turn. Oh, I thought this was going to be the enchant land for some reason. Okay. Tribal Flames that. Just counter this. Now I can lead my turn a land grant, revealing their hand, which was another land grant, and getting a Highland Forest. So this is their hand. So looking good. We can just chump with this too if we need to buy even more time. Snap should be pretty good against this as well. Wow. Can I kill? No. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not quite, but I get to draw 2 additional cards. Yeah, this is pretty nuts. Like I said, this deck is pretty cracked, and we know their hand is land grant land. Yeah. See what we would have drawn if Moto lets us draw. We would have drawn Ninja Preordain. Yeah, that's pretty disgusting. I guess Hydroblast is good. Spire Golem's kind of good against their creatures, but I think I'd rather just try to tempo them. Echoing Truth seems like it's pretty decent tempo as well. I don't know if we need like 4 of one mind in this matchup. Oh, we want Hydroblast too. Yeah, this deck is really sick. This is also a matchup where we don't necessarily need to flip Delver right away or have time for cantrips and stuff. Rather be killing their creatures or bouncing them, slowing them down, just buying time that way. The thing is, their creatures match up against our ninjas really well, but 1 ninja hit is just such good value anyway. I think it's worth it. Let's try this. I also don't think I want to side out Delvers because it seems like a lot of their removal is likely to be 1-for-1 removal. So for them having to kill Delver is pretty bad for them. They snap kept 7, but so did we. I just thought Golem might be a little slow for the matchup, and I wasn't sure if I actually needed it. So that's why, I guess. Just want more lands here. Whew. Maybe not. I mean, these cards are so good. Hydroblast kills their... I'm just going to top. I can just function on less lands. It's obviously greedy, but I think I can just ninja hit, draw. If they kill this, I'm probably still fine. They have Electrickery, and then they just got Highland Forest Pass. Okay. The good news is... Okay, let's see. Oh, they have Mikado Rioters, but this can... They must have the land that... The 2-mana enchant land draw card that makes their land all land types. It's the only thing that makes sense. Okay, they have double Electrickery. We still should be fine against that. I'm just going to go hit with Ninja. If they don't draw untap land for this, they're in really bad shape. And even if they do, it's kind of rough for them. Another option would just be to do nothing here, but I think drawing a card is too good. I guess another option is just a Ninja of the Deep Hours. We have Hydroblast on top. Yeah, let's just do this. And then not replay Fairy Seer. Not misclick also. Another land grant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're probably just going to get Forest here. Oh, they got Tree Line. Yeah, their mana is just really clunky. Tribal Flames. Counter target spell if it's red. Now we get to attack, draw. Hopefully draw a land in the top 2. Oh, well, counter spell is also pretty good. Definitely want to leave up counter, but I think I'll get greedy and preordain if I don't draw land. Okay. I can discard Fairies here or Fairy Miscreant, I think. Another option would be to discard Preordain, which is pretty funny. I think my fairies are better than Preordain. I'm not sure. Yeah, I like this line because they only have one red source right now and we know their hand. So they can only play one of these red spells, and then I can just continually counter all of them while committing more to the board. Let's not keep a snap. I just think I'd rather have lands than another spell setter, so let's just bottom. Now if they play a red spell, I get to counter it. If they Rioters, I get to counterspell it. I think we're just really well set up here to take them out. They just kind of stumbled with their mana. Nice. I guess I'm gonna Ninja of the Deep Hours on the spell setter. I think it's safe enough. So I want to draw with Ninja of the Deep Hours first. Okay. Pass the turn. Now I don't even need to counter Rioters because I can just snap it. Just pretty gross here. Nice. That was our deck functioning perfectly against an opponent playing a couple tap lands. 3-0 in the league, 2-0 on the vid so far. In a great spot. Let's try to get the 5-0 here. Let's go round 4. All right, welcome to round 4. We're against Nah Holmes. Snap keep this hand. This hand is great. Fantastic hand here. Just gonna lead on Seer. When you have hands like this, like when you have the choice to lead on Miscreant or Seer or Preordain, you always lead Seer first, basically. If I have Delver, I generally like to play that first if I'm not worried about hitting my land drop, because that gives it more chances to flip. But otherwise, just lead on Seer. I mean, Of One Mind's good if everything goes absolutely perfectly, but it's just bottom top. Now, hopefully they just don't really do anything, and we get to see the power of, wow, they don't have a land. This is like the power of Fairy Seer, Moon Circuit Hacker, double island draw. Alternatively, I could just leave up Counterspell, but I just think this is just like too much value here. We get to Hacker, draw, replay Fairy Seer, scry again to make sure to hit our land drop next turn. It's just so good. That's just why this card is so strong. Turn 1, 1-drop, turn 2, Ninja, draw, replay the 1-drop. That's just such a huge advantage. I feel like opponent is missing their land drop here. If they have Synthesizer, they should play that. Ooh, we can also Of One Mind for 1 mana here. I could just start with Of One Mind, draw 2. I can start with Ponder, that gives me the most chances to hit a land. And then leave up Counterspell. I kind of want to just play as much stuff as possible. I'll just lead on Of One Mind. Just get a little bit greedy here. Land, 7 cards in hand. They're stuck on 1 mana. I kind of want to just go attack with both. They're going to trade for Hacker. And then just go Miscreant, but can also consider snapping the Hacker. That seems pretty good to me. I'm just considering if I'm going to leave up Counterspell here or not. Yeah, I was tempted to keep that Ninja off the scry too. I just felt like it was too greedy, because if they just went like bolt your 1-drop, and then I'm missing land drops, that could have gotten pretty bad. So I felt like it was just a little bit greedy. If they just don't play a spell or leave up Clue, it's going to suck. Especially now that I've tanked for so long. I think a reasonable line is also attack for 1, play double Miscreant. Next turn, go snap this, bounce a Miscreant, just start getting like insane value. I think that's good. It could have like Electric Remain or something, but even that, like we still have 6 cards in hand right now, so even if they went untap land Electricity here, we might be fine. Yeah, I'm not sure. It just obviously depends. With a new set, there's no guarantee what people are playing. Core Skyfisher. Can always snap that. Yeah. All right, they're just still really tight on mana though. Oh, they bounced a Clue token to keep their inspectors around. Seems a little bit greedy to me, honestly. Another snap. It's fantastic. So now I'm just going to go snap this. Untap. Wow, snap is pretty nuts here. Snap this. Untap. Attack for 3. Moon Circuit Hacker back Miscreant. Draw. Replay Miscreant, draw. and then counter core Skyfisher. Now with Spell Setter. Sometimes it's just too disgusting. Opponent also just miss land drops, so if they Thraben Inspector, I just can let that resolve. I think they just have like basically zero chance now. They just stumbled way too much against our really strong draw here. Yeah, they concede. Okay. This matchup's not easy though, as we saw in the first round of this video in round 2. So let's just assume it's Boros Monarch. Sideboard accordingly. Probably sideboard the same that we did last time. I mean, Snap was good there, but again, they just stumbled so hard. I mean, this was the sideboard just that I like randomly thought of that might be good. The first, that was my first time playing against Boros Monarch with this particular build, but this is what I did last time. I think I like it. I mean, again, I'm just assuming they have Synthesizer and Ichor Wellspring and everything that goes along with the cards we've seen, and I don't see any reason to think otherwise. Yeah, Echoing Truth on clues can be good. Also, if the game goes kind of late and they just have like triple core Skyfisher out holding down like our huge team, and we just go like Echoing Truth, bounce all your core Skyfishers, kill you, that's also pretty brutal. So there's definitely some good stuff you can do here. I guess 17 islands is a bit greedy, but as long as you try to make sure you hit your lands by like not being too greedy, I think it's worth it. We are knowing Wellsprings, the Synthesizer, munitions, any target for it, we're gonna counter. It's massive. What's up, Popperton? Let's keep this. Yeah, Synthesizer is huge, so we want as many counters for that as we can. Right, another Delver is a good draw. I would love to Delver Preordain, find 2 good cards, one of them being a spell, and set up both of these Delver flips. Whoa! Flame Jab. Okay, well, can't play around it really. I think I'm gonna top to try to set up this Delver flip. Hopefully they don't Flame Jab here. Might have been greedy, might have wanted to just bottom the Hydro, but if they don't Flame Jab this turn, I get to flip Delver. Wow. Just gonna get Flame Jabbed here again. Just gonna lose to this card. Yeah, we don't have any Graveyard 8 in the deck. We're just gonna try to tempo people. It's not like Relic would be that good against them anyway. At least this trades 1-for-1 no matter what. The problem is they probably have Boros Garrison to like kind of get value out of their Flame Jab. Alright, we're drawing Hydro Blast. This game is not looking great. Drawing a Spire Golem, I think, is where we want to be. Core Skyfisher bounce this. Jeez. We're in rough shape, like I said. Does seem really strong, but Electrickery is also pretty good. So I'm not sure if Flame Jab is better in a lot of decks. Again, this deck can utilize its extra lands pretty well by Boros Garrison plus this, but otherwise you might not always have a bunch of lands to discard. Said Thraben. I have to just let it resolve. I'll just think for a second, let it resolve. They only have 3 cards in hand, but they do have 2 cards on the table. I'd love them to play like a munitions here that I can just counter. They're like flame jab you. All right, they're just gonna go Boros Garrison, bounce a land, clue token draw. I assume. Oh, cycle land. Okay. I think I just pass. Playing Ninja into like a bolt just seems really bad. I think I'd rather minimum wait 1 more turn to have Hydro up. And have Hydro up this turn. I think our best draw is probably Spire Golem. Definitely in rough shape though. Whoa, I was not expecting that card. Okay. I don't actually mind seeing that. Flame Jab just absolutely wrecked us this game. Alright, the plan is Fairy Seer. If they Flame Jab it, snap the Fairy Seer and save the Hydroblast even more. Just bottom top. Big crack clue. Sure. Again, it's going to take a miracle here. Opponent is in the tank. I'm not willing to give up yet, though. I'll keep fighting for now. Another Seeker of the Way. Jeez. This card's strong. Not sure if I love it in that deck, though. So they're a little bit of a hybrid of Boros Bully and Boros Monarch. So it took me a while to learn this, but Boros Monarch is the one that really plays like Thraben Inspector, Core Skyfisher, Synthesizer, Glinthawk, and Boros Bully usually plays Seeker of the Way, Battle Screech, Rally the Peasants, that sort of thing. They just don't play any spell. It might be more of a Boros Bully deck than I originally thought, I should say. We're drawing Counterspell. Gonna try to Ninja them. At this point, if they go Flame Jab, I'm just gonna Hydroblast. Spare supplies post-combat? Just gotta be a mistake. Also, they attacked with Core Skyfisher, allowing me to get a Ninja hit in here, so can't say I fully understand that. Did we see second Great Furnace? Or I'm not sure. Okay. Do what we can do. Try to come back into this game somehow. Another counter. We know they have at least Great Furnace in hand. Probably need to leave up as many counters as I can. Just gonna play this. Another Hydroblast. Definitely don't want another Fairies here. I just can't beat their board already, so I don't think another Hydro is gonna do it. Like if they just play a non-creature spell, they can just go like flame jab here, and I'm super dead. I guess I can, in response to the first flame jab, I can go snap and then hydro. That's what I have to try to do. Yeah, so they're flame jabbing my blocker, and then I'm gonna go snap Seeker of the Way. And then hydro. Oh, they're just gonna pyro this. Okay. Let's go game 3. Opponent was playing aggressively, but they were probably right to do so. All right. I think we want more copies of Snap. Maybe not all 4, but considering we saw Seeker of the Way, and we're going to be on the play here, let's do something weird. Let's bring the Miscreants back in. Just go like 2 snaps and up 1 mind and maybe 1 Moon Circuit down again. Maybe not. Maybe we don't want. We saw spare supplies too, but maybe we don't want a null here. Maybe we don't want dispel either. They probably have synthesizer and spare supplies. Maybe we just play it safe because we don't know exactly what they have. We haven't seen synthesizer. And just really go tempo here and side out the cantrips. It's kind of weird. All right, I'm not sure. This feels decent though with a ton of bounce spells against their Seeker of the Ways, and being on the play, we can try to even just snap their core Skyfishers depending on what happens. Oh man. This has to be a mulligan, I think. We don't want to just like let the game go long here. This just has to be a mulligan. Oh no, not like this deck. Going to 5, keeping 5. I think I need to keep both Fairy Seers rather than the Preordained in case they just like bolt the first one. Doesn't feel great, but yeah, I had to mold that first hand. We need to be like the one tempoing them out usually. All right, bottom. They flame jab. Oh no. They can certainly just have another land. Man. Now if they any land, they can just flame jab to kill our thing. I mean, we just look like we're probably going to die to flame jab on games 2 and 3 here. And do our mulligan to 5. Yeah, it's a flame jab. We have to just play this out. Feels pretty bad. No, I mean, our deck is just so susceptible to things like this. That's all. Okay. We know they have another land in hand that they bounced, but we have to keep trying. Let us hit with Ninja. I have a card that's interesting that could actually be good. Yeah, Death Spark used to be a good card in Pauper, actually. Pretty funny. If there's like a creature directly above it, it comes back or something. It's even like better than this in the Goblin deck. is this going to be? Just play out some creatures? Seeker of the Way. No Flame Jab, okay. Looks like we might get to hit with Ninja. I'll just go Deep Hours first because I'm probably just going to replay Seer anyway. Oh, watch, if they try to bolt this, I get to Moon Circuit Hacker. Oh, man. This is sick. That's a nice trick. That was really cool. Now do we have a chance to win? Opponent definitely made a mistake there. They should have just killed fairies here. 3 mana from the opponent. I assume Flame Jab the Moon Circuit Hacker. Spare supplies using the red mana. Interesting. They're not wanting to kill our hacker with Flame Jab? Yeah, you're right, but I didn't know that they were going to Pyroblast. Sure, you're right. The other way would have ended up better, but I didn't know that they were going to go for a removal spell after Ninja, because that's definitely not the correct play. So, you know. Looks like they're deciding they might bounce Great Furnace here, replay it, and then Flame Jab our creature. See what happens here. Not really caring too much about Seeker of the Way. I kind of need to like climb out of my card disadvantage. My mull to 5, plus getting crushed by Flame Jab doesn't help. All right, so they go to up to 22. They hit us down to 16, and they have a Glint Hawk in play, 3 cards in hand, and another card on the table. Hydroblast. Let's just do what we can do. I think just bottom both of these. I think I just need better cards than that. We have Snap and Hydroblast up. Also, these decks are going to have like at least 4 Pyros post board usually. If I can somehow win this game, that's pretty incredible. I'm not necessarily counting on it. Opponent playing very slow. Calculating their decisions here. Core Skyfisher. They're bouncing spare supplies, I assume. They might not even have Synthesizer. I've seen some lists just not wanting to play it because they don't want to potentially miss. Seems like the 1 mana potential draw is worth than the 2 mana guaranteed draw. Especially if you have some of both. So in the late game, if you want the 2 mana guaranteed draw, you can have it. But maybe this opponent's playing like 2 Synthesizer, we just haven't seen them yet. Maybe they're not playing 4. They are really taking their time. Which also makes me kind of want to just concede. Because I probably can't win anyway. So I'm just using a lot of time for a very, very low chance to win. Alright, this attack is also pretty greedy. I can bounce Skyfisher. Do they not have lands? They do. I think we knew about that land. Problem is if I bounce this, they just get so much value, but I don't really have a choice. I need to draw. I have to keep a spell stutter, I think. Okay. So now they can just go Spirit Supplies plus Core Skyfisher. Yeah. Journey to Nowhere. Okay. See if they hit Fairy Seer or Ninja. Ninja. We're drawing a Spell Stutter Sprite. We're at 12 also, and they have 5 power attacking. They could just Core Skyfisher back a land as well. Seems like what they're going to do. And then maybe they're going to go land Flame Jab. No, they don't have another land in hand, which is also not good for us. I think we're dead. Don't know how many times I can say it. The good thing about this deck is, yeah, these creatures are just bigger than the creatures from Mono Blue. I mean, I guess I counter. I need to do something. That's 7 as well. So I think I need to do some blocking. Interesting build from the opponent. I think I liked the other Boros deck, the build of the other Boros deck we faced earlier better than this one. But I do like the Flame Jab tech. Not sure if it's better than Electrickery though. Like imagine Electrickery right now compared to Flame Jab. I'll just counter this. So I'm at 7. If they attack with everything, I have to go double block, Glinthawk, Chump, Skyfisher, have nothing on board. Maybe draw a Seeker, maybe draw spell into Spire Golem or something. I don't think I can go to 1. Then I just can't win. Yeah, the list is already just so tight. I did see the Mono Blue Master Tart talking. Oh, they're gonna Flame Jab us. I'm gonna counter it. Talking about how he wanted to run Mantle of the Tides in Mono Blue, but it's tough with Delver. Your spell count's already so low. It's just really tough in general. I mean, I think we have no outs. Let's just go to the next one. GG's. But I think you'd rather, instead of Mantle of the Tide, you'd probably rather have just Mutagenic Growth. Because that's a spell for Delver, and it helps you like break through in certain situations. Still 3-1. Let's go round 5. Try to 4-1 this thing. All right, welcome to round 5. We're against SPC Kanyok. Snap keep this. Hopefully we can scry into any ninja. We very well might be up against the mirror here. Well, no need to scry into it. Force Spike. People play a lot of Force Spikes these days. They don't have it. Delver land. Definitely want land. I think I want Delver too. Top. Brainstorm. Okay, it might just be blue-red Fae. I was thinking about trying the Disruptor. You could play that instead of Delver as well. And then you don't even need to worry about how many spells you have. But at the end, I was just like, I don't know if I actually can fit this. I think it's just worse than Delver overall. So I'm really not sure. Oh, I put those in the wrong order, huh? Because now if I go for ninja and they just kill it, it's so bad for me. I think I'm going to go attack. Maybe we're going to get blown out by a fire ice here. But I'm not going to ninja here. I'm just going to go Fairy Seer plus probably Fairy Miscreant. Kind of misplayed already. But I didn't realize that they were going to play red source, leave it untapped. So let's go bottom, top. It's okay. I have another land drop to hit here. Again, I just didn't want them to go like lightning bolt on my ninja. Maybe they didn't have it, but felt like it was too risky. Okay. So they still could have a lightning bolt or a shred, but at this point, I think I just go for ninja. I mean, what else am I really waiting for? Maybe they just have an awkward hand. Whoa. Oh, they have it. Okay. They've been waiting for it. Yep. Wonder if sandbagging it for even longer would have been better. All right. I have wanted to face this matchup. I think it's going to be pretty interesting overall. We have like better mana. We have just raw card advantage with Of One Mind. We have more consistent early ninjas, but they have access to Fire Ice, Electrickery, that sort of thing. Pyroblast. Augur into Preordain. Land Preordain. Oh no. Another Augur. Okay. Fine with that. Scred. Sure. If we want to find Counterspell, I guess Spell Setter Sprite, but spell right here? Island. Damn. All right, let's lead on Preordain. Bottom the land. Don't know if I have the luxury to draw this. All right. Let's just draw the Spell Setter, and then we'll leave up Spell Setter and flip the Delver next turn with the Preordain. This looks reasonable. I mean, they could easily have Scred plus Counterspell right now, but we are going to get to flip this Delver on Counterspell, and then we just don't really need to play any, or on Preordain. I kept thinking it was Counterspell. If it was, because that's what I wanted it to be. I'm gonna let this resolve. It is tempting to go for Spell Stutter, but then if they just go Counterspell that, Lightning Bolt your Delver, it's pretty annoying. I think I'd rather just wait. And if they could attack with Augur and then Ninja the Augur. A lot of these blue-red and blue-black Fey decks, they just don't play Moon Circuit Hacker. They just don't have enough creatures to really warrant that many ninjutsu creatures. So they can't always play like 8 ninjas, which is why it's kind of tough in this deck to like keep your spell count high, keep your creature count high enough for your 8 ninjas, that sort of thing. That card I was thinking about earlier, I was gonna wait till the end, but there's that 1 mana 1/2 unblockable, which could have a place in this deck. I just think it's not high power level enough. So I think probably not worth, but I guess has potential. Slitherblade, I think that's the card, yeah. Yeah. It doesn't die to one like ping things like, electricity and flame jab and that sort of thing. Yeah. That's why I ultimately thought it's probably not good enough. All right, so they're attacking with both augers. I wouldn't be surprised if they ninja here or leave up. Oh, they're leaving up blue mana. Okay, ninja of the deep hours, sure. And they do have Moon Circuit Hacker. Wow, they get to draw two. Okay, well, this is not ideal. They have double auger in hand now too. Opponent's just like the bigger mid-range deck here for sure right now. Okay, they have to discard a card. We're flipping Delver. I feel like we need to just race. Yes. Let's lead on fairies here. Bottom of the land. Oh, there's an of one mind. Definitely want of one mind. If they kill the Delver, I'm not going to be able to of one mind for one mana though. I think it's worth it. I'm actually going to ponder for that reason because I don't want to bottom. Ooh, Moon Circuit Hacker. I think I'll hack next turn. Just leave up Spell Stutter Sprite here. I'm not going to stay back to trade. I'm just going to go for the race. I can just trade with the Moon Circuit Hacker, try to spell set or something. They're at 10. I can't win the super long game here, I don't think. Let that resolve. So yeah, I'm just going to try to block Moon Circuit Hacker, let them hit with Ninja Draw. And then next turn I can Moon Circuit Hacker. They probably have Counterspell back up here. I have to go for this now. Oh, they have spells that are back up. That's disgusting. Kind of just got outplayed there. There's not that much I could have done, I feel like. So I might not even be able to get a hit in with Moon Circuit Hacker if I block here. Letting them loot's pretty bad for me, but alright, maybe I just do it. I'm just gonna go for the attack with all into Ninjutsu and my own Moon Circuit Hacker. I don't love it, but they're brainstorming in response. Okay, that's interesting. We also have Gut Shot, which helps a lot. Because our mana, again, is so much better than theirs. Definitely in trouble, not going to deny that, but... So they're going to take 2 off this, trade. Then I get to draw land, Miscreant, of one mind for 1 mana. Leave up Counterspell, I guess. They still have 2 Augurs in hand, which is pretty brutal. Try to trade this for this eventually, but should have played Spell Stutter Sprite end of turn. Not sure exactly when you're talking about. All right. Let's go game 2. All right. Let's do this. I think some number of Hydros is good here. Maybe all of them, honestly. They're going to have their red removal spells, Pyroblast, still have Electrickeries and stuff. Definitely like siding out Ponder. I think I like siding out Miscreant as well. and snap. We could board out. What if we kept in Miscreant? It's a little bit greedy. No, I just don't think I can really afford to. Their deck has a lot of removal spells. I can play one Snap. I can play the one Ponder. I think I like this. Don't think I want to board out Dover. I just think Miscreant's not going to draw a card against them. So sure, my deck's a little bit slower here. Can board out one Moon Circuit Hacker, but I don't really want to. They have a lot of removal too. I'm going to try this. Sometimes you have to Ninja a Flip Delver, but I think this is the most powerful setup that we can do. I understand what you're saying, and your argument definitely makes sense, but I'm just not sure. I'm going to go for the high power, high variance play. There is consideration for boarding out Counterspell. I don't think I've ever done that. I think Counterspell is really strong in these matchups. I think I'm going to bottom top. So, yeah, it's tough to say. They just scred right now. Okay. Hopefully I get to spell threat or something would be nice. Counterspell this for sure. If I draw a land, I might just cast Evelyn Mind. I think I'm going to. Okay, so I've Gut Shot. It's really nice. Now I think I can go for end of turn spell setter. I don't think I want to go for another up one mind right now. I mean, I could probably resolve it, because even if they pyro, I could just hydro. But I'm gonna wait. Kind of want to just keep waiting here. Like, am I really gonna get a hit with spell setter first 3 open mana? I don't think so. They're gonna go brainstorm. Try to counter this. Probably have a pyro. But this is still just trade. Oh wow, it worked. Or they have another bolt. Wow. That's so good for us. Kind of shocked that worked. That means they probably don't have another lightning bolt, or otherwise they definitely would have played it. Yeah, your argument kind of makes sense, but again, Miscreant is just so hard to trigger in this matchup when they have Pyroblast, Scred, Lightning Bolt, Electrickery, Fire Ice. It's just so hard to actually draw a card off Miscreant. It seems like my setup doesn't really make sense, but I think in the end it actually does. All right, let's go Ninja of the Deep Hours here first. Actually, let's go Moon Circuit Hacker first. Oh, they're not going to let it. Oh, they're going to Spell Stutter. Well, I'm just going to Gut Shot that, I think. Because I want to Ninja here really badly. Gut Shot that. Then I'll just Moon Circuit Hacker right now. And then I could just play Spellstutter right now, play of one mind. I'm gonna do that. I want to be able to block this. Nice. Play Fairies here or Spiral on? That was sweet. Alright, they have Scred. Do they have removal for this? Oh, nice. Let's go land. Play Fairies here, main one. I think we're gonna go ahead in this game here. Bottom, top. Attack with both. They're gonna just block Moon Circuit Hacker. Then I'm gonna Ninja back Spell Feather Spray. And draw. There's the other ninja. Now we have spells that are for 2 up, a ninja in play, and a million ninjas in hand. Just gonna counter this. Okay, nice. Whew! That gut shot is huge. Again, because, I mean, this essentially just turns into Flying Man because it's so easy for them to just... Flying Man is 1 mana, 1/1 flying, no ability. It's an old card. It essentially just turns into Flying Man because they have so much interaction. So getting the Scry 2 out of Fairies here is huge. Delver is just more powerful. I know you don't want to return a Flip Delver, but if that's what you do to get ahead, then that's what you do. I think I still like this setup. Maybe you want 1 snap over the Ponder or something. Just gonna try this again. Like, we got Ninja flooded that game, but it worked out okay. This matchup can snowball like it just did in the last game. Alright, I'm gonna keep. This might be a hand where we lead on Fairies here in order to hit land drops. Okay, maybe not. Can't protect the Delver. Because I also have Moon Circuit Hacker. It's a lot to consider here. I think it's likely that I want to set myself up to be able to Moon Circuit Hacker this back next turn. I think I want both of these. Top, top. Then next turn I draw the island, and then I can flip Delver on the of one mind. We lost to like a Boros mid-range deck, kind of. Okay, this is good. Now I'm just gonna go Delver, pass with Hydro up. And then we can flip the Delver next turn. Then we can decide if we want a Moon Circuit Hacker or not. Okay, there's a Fairies here. We're actually 3-1 in the league right now because I beat Blue-White Familiars off camera before I started recording. All right. I'm going to flip this because I want to be able to get a free attack through. May or may not Moon Circuit Hacker. We'll see. They're going to bolt right now, I think. Then I'm going to Hydro. Okay. Attack for 3. I feel like I want a Hacker here. I have double Hydro up to protect. Hydro that. Draw. Sure, we're vulnerable to electrickery if I play Delver. But I feel like the upside is worth. Also, just getting to resolve it is nice. Yeah, it was close there. I just didn't think I'd necessarily be able to hang on to a Delver as like my only win condition in this matchup because there's so much removal. They have a Moon Circuit Hacker, so they're just playing this card in Blue-Red Fey. It's pretty cool. They draw Replay Seer. Let's hope they don't have a 1-mana red removal spell. Or at least they wait till our turn for some reason. Which I don't know why they would do that. They might even kill Delver. They're deciding what to kill. So they definitely have a removal spell. They went top. That's kind of gross. Okay. Preordain. Don't think I need another Hydro. Uh-oh. Not looking good here. Gonna try to trade ninjas. If I attacked, they would have just blocked with Fairy Seer, which I don't think is where I want to be, because then they just get to attack and loot. They might have another ninja. They do. Damn. Kind of getting wrecked. Like I said, this matchup can be a little like snowbally. So they go Replay Seer. They also aren't playing lands, which is actually pretty good in this matchup because you just end up with so many spells. We're just a little bit flooded here with not really much to do. Gonna have to just play a Divination next turn. I think I still need to play it. If they Pyro here, I get to just Spell Stutter that. Just really good for me. If they don't, getting to draw 2 is nice. Okay. What I don't want to see is like a Moon Circuit on their Moon Circuit or something would be annoying. Or even on their Fairy Seer would be really bad too. This is really close. I think I'm just going to take the hit though. It's just a loot, it's not a draw. Discard land, wow. Now we're getting to the point where a lot of lands may be pretty decent. Because now we have Fairy Seer plus triple counter. Let's counterspell this. And then Hydro this. And then still have Spell Stutter for 2 up. The thing is they'll probably attack first. Wow, that's terrible. At least we got to scry those out of the way. They'll probably just attack and make me just trade here. Oh, let's go. Do they have another Spell Stutter? I have to go for this. Nice. That was a mistake. They should have attacked first, I think. I guess they were trying to set this up. Hit anyway. We're actually doing okay now. Yeah, we're a little bit flooded for sure. But maybe it'll end up being okay. I have to top. I'm the defensive player here, I think. Another ninja on their auger is going to be incredibly bad for me, but there's nothing I can really do about that. And they've shown they didn't have another one yet. I'm going to counter this. That would have been pretty bad. So they have 1 card left, but they have an auger, which is a 1/3, which it sounds funny, but it's actually just pretty big. We need to top deck ninja. go. Let's go. Nice. All right, I'm gonna pass. Ask and ye shall receive. Okay, so they deal with this ninja and they have an augur with 0 cards. So I have a Moon Circuit Hacker in hand. Could have played this out. Then they just wouldn't attack though. Nice. I think I just don't play the Moon Circuit. I mean, they're just not going to attack with Augur then. I'm not blocking, so... If they top deck Ninja here, I'm in trouble too. I feel like they might have done it. Nope. Okay. Whew. Made me sweat. Just gonna counter this. Not the best counter target, but I don't really want to let them scry too. Just gonna have to hope they don't draw Ninja anymore. Hope they draw lands. 7 lands to 4. We want to draw more of 1 lines. Moon Circuit, at least? Okay. Whew. Thought that was Ninja again. The way they paused. Another Augur. Please miss. Give us a chance. Hit Counterspell. Ugh. That's brutal. Playing Moon Circuit is just so bad. And if I play Ninja, they just counterspell it. I have to do something. Their hand, even though we top decked to Ninja, their hand ended up being Scred Counterspell, right? So it was actually pretty close still. Their deck looks sweet, honestly. They've just only been on 4 lands this entire time. Nice. Let's play Of One Mind first. Yes. It's cost 0 mana. Kind of doing it. Of One Mind's coming in clutch. I'm at 7. I don't think I can afford another gut shot. Maybe I can. I could just bottom here. I think I will. Okay. So we need to dodge a Ninja 1 more time. 1 more turn. Oh, I had Scred. Okay. Can find another Spire Golem. We still have 4 cards. Rainstorm. Hopefully they just have like 3 lands here or something. This is so close. I think bottoming the Gut Shot was good. I think bottoming the Delver was good. Opponent, we're drawing well, but so is the opponent. The fact that they're in the tank on this Brainstorm is good for us as well. Okay, we get down to 5. We can be assured we're not getting ninja'd. They would have ninja'd. We're tapped out. So if they had a ninja on any of those 3 cards from Brainstorm, they would have kept it in ninja'd. Like 100%. So they don't have that. Okay, so they can Brainstorm Fairies here, which is pretty good. Opponent's drawing really well too. They went top. Wow. Nice. I was hoping to find another one of those off preordain. Counterspell? Oh no, not like this, please. No, why? So I can gutshot this right now, and I think I should, because I can block both their other creatures. I could have done it on their upkeep, but it's irrelevant because they had 0 cards. I could have not played Ninja as well, but I think I wanted to. Wouldn't be surprised if they drew Counterspell. Hopefully they just try to play a removal spell here. We might be able to get out of this. I mean, we died a bolt. No Counterspell. What'd they keep on top then? Is it Scred? Not sure what they kept on top. Lightning Bolt me. Damn. So close. 3-0 into the 3-2. Kind of brutal. Really close game. See, the Of One Minds almost allowed us to come back in a game that we didn't really have any business winning. Opponent was on 4 lands that entire time. They didn't play a 5th land. So that's pretty crazy. Our draws were very good, and opponents' draws were very good. Let's go to the deck. I really want to find a way to get Spire Golems in the main deck here. The problem is if you like cut these 3 Ponders and put in Spire Golems, you don't have enough spells for Delver. Ponder is really good at flipping Delver. So another option is doing something like this. This is like another build that I think would be pretty reasonable. I've seen people doing something kind of similar. Let's see. And then something we could do. Yeah, I do like mutagenic as well. You don't even necessarily need a One Mind. I've seen builds like this that I've liked. Or even just less of One Minds. Could even just do something like this. It's not as many 1-drops for your ninjas, but you have like more power and you're less susceptible to stuff. Yeah, the new flyer that taps something, I haven't tested it yet. I'm just wary if it's going to be strong enough. This also opens up your sideboard a little bit. Spire Golem just seems pretty reasonably well positioned. I don't hate this. I agree with everyone that there does seem to be a lot of board states that you want to like break through, but you can't because your creatures are too small, and mutagenic really helps there. It also just helps against like the 1 damage stuff. It just helps in a lot of different ways. Yeah, this looks pretty sweet. This is still 12 berries, 4 Spire Golems, so 16 non-humans and 8 humans for Upland Mind. This looks pretty nice to me. This is probably what I would try next time. Not sure exactly what I would do in the sideboard. Honestly, maybe a fourth gunshot wouldn't be bad, or like a one relic. I think too many relics is not good in this deck, but could do something like this. I would try this moving forward. I'm wary to cut Delver, but I think I like this because you don't have to play Ponder. I know I was talking it up earlier, but you do need enough creatures for ninjutsu. You need enough action spells, like spells that really affect the board. You could play Ponder instead of One Mind, but a little bit of raw card advantage is good too. So could play one Ponder over the Dispel. I think I like 18 land with 4 Spire Golem. So yep, this is what I would try in the next league of 8 Ninja Blue that I would play. So yeah, this is what I would try moving forward. I'm gonna keep recording on Twitch, but that'll do it for this YouTube video. Thanks everyone for watching on YouTube. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. Follow me there. Follow me on YouTube. Subscribe on YouTube. It's the best way to support me. So thank you so much for that. And YouTube, we'll see you next time. Peace.